Another bearings question for a non-right angle triangle. Okay, so the bearing of town C from town A is 300 and the bearing of town B from town A is 270. Town is 270. Now, what have I got there? I should know that. Town B is directly south of town C. Okay, if town A and B is 100 kilometres, let's put apart, how far is town A from town C? So the first thing we've got to do is just draw our diagram. So the bearing of town C from town B, so from we have to put a cross. So from town A, is there, and we want town C, which is 300. So it's going to come all the way around here. So I might want to redraw my diagram so that I can actually fit some of this stuff in. So it's 300, so there's A, there's C, all the way around 300. Okay, that means that would be 60, because that's 360, so that would be 30. I don't know yet how that's going to help me, but we'll just keep going with it. Now, town B from town A is 270. Okay, now, I don't think I'm just going to change that slightly because I think I'd rather have it something more like 250. All right. Okay, so let's look at that now. So if we're going to go 250, so we want from town A, we want town B, so we have to turn to 250. So that's 180, that's 270, so 250 is going to be somewhere out here. Now, I'm just going to draw it like that. Now, then it says town B is directly south of C. Now, when town B is directly south of C, that would mean that if that's C there and you look straight down to B, that would be like a perpendicular line just there. Okay, so now we just said this one here was 250. What's coming around here? It's 250. So if that's 250 and that's 270, 270 minus 250 is 20, so that would be 20 in there. So that means we're looking at this triangle here. 20 and 30 is 50. Okay, and this is A, C, and B. We know that's directly north-south. Okay. So let's just have a look. How far is town A from town C? Now, they've also said town AB is 100. So town AB is 100. Now, when we look at that, we've only got one angle, one side, so that's not quite enough. So let's go back to our diagram. We know that's north-south and that's north-south. Therefore, you create parallel lines. So when you create parallel lines, you can use alternate. We know then that by alternate, that would be 60, okay? And alternate there, that would be 20. So the question says how far is A from C, so that's the X. So you'd prefer the 20, because then you create the opposite thing and you've got the sine rule happening. Okay, so just looking at that then, we'll go little a on big A is a little b on big B. So that's x on sine 20 equals 100 on sine 60. So x is 100 on sine 60 times sine 20. Okay, so you go 100 divided by sine 60 times sine 20 equals 39 degrees. Okay, I'll say 39 degrees, 39 kilometres. So that's 39 kilometres, that's that one. All right, so now the next part is what is the bearing of A from C? Okay, so if you want the bearing of A from C, because this is directly north-south, it's actually not too bad. That's 60 inside there. See, that's 60. So I'm just looking at this green part here. So that would just be 180 minus 60, which is a bearing of 120 degrees. Okay, you could also go south 60 degrees east if you wanted to use compass bearings.